Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into a relationship that, well, it fascinated everyone and then just completely blew up.
Yeah, quite the spectacle.
We're talking, of course, about former President Donald Trump and CEO Elon Musk, two absolute titans, one political, one tech, and their, let's call it a bromance, just publicly crumbled.
Spectacular, though.
Exactly. So we've analyzed their dynamic, the key moments, the fallout, using info right up to July 2nd, 2025. Our mission today: to unpack how this alliance, which seems so important, just spiraled into this really public fight.
And it's crucial to see, this isn't just gossip or personal drama. There are real, substantial political and economic ripple effects here. We're going to look at what actually matters, the bigger picture.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning because it's surprising. Initially, they weren't allies at all, were they?
Not really, no. Trump had criticized Musk. Musk wasn't exactly a fan of Trump's first-term policies. Pretty antagonistic, actually.
But then 2024 happened, and there was a huge turning point.
The catalyst.
The July 13th assassination attempt on Trump. After that, it was like a switch flipped.
Completely.
Musk suddenly became this key supporter, poured, what was it, over $200 million into pro-Trump super PACs.
Over $200 million, yeah. And his support wasn't just financial. He amplified it constantly on X. It definitely played a big part in Trump's victory. Quite the turnaround.
And that support bought influence, right? Post-election, Musk was everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. He was a fixture, Mar-a-Lago, the White House. He was even joining these high-level calls, with world leaders.
Like Zelensky and Erdogan.
Erdogan, yes.
Yeah.
And then King, the big appointment, head of the new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE.
DOGE, right. With a clear mission / federal spriting. A very Musk-like task.
Sort of his wheelhouse, you could say.
So this bromance label seemed fitting for a while. We saw them together at that NCAA wrestling championship in March 2025. Musk even called himself Trump's first buddy. It felt, I don't know, almost like a performance.
It had that element, very public camaraderie.
But then the cracks started to show. What was the first real sign of trouble?
It really centered on Trump's big 2025 tax and spending bill. That's where the alliance first publicly fractured. Musk had strong opinions.
Strong is putting it mildly. He went public, called it an abomination on X, even on CBS Sunday morning.
He didn't hold back.
But then it got really nasty. June 2025, things properly exploded. What was the trigger?
The real explosion, yeah, that was June 5th. Musk put out this inflammatory post.
The Epstein Files one.
That's the one. Linking Trump, based on unverified claims, widely seen as baseless. It was quite something.
And Trump's reaction?
Immediate and fierce. Called Musk disrespectful on Truth Social. And then the threats started, cutting billions in subsidies.
For Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, hitting Musk where it hurts.
Exactly. Billions on the line.
And Trump wasn't done. June 7th, that NBC News interview, he basically said, it's over.
Declared the relationship over, yeah.
Yeah.
And warned Musk about serious consequences if he funded Democrats opposing the bill.
Musk's response, fired right back.
Oh, absolutely. Called the bill political suicide. Started reposting Trump's old tweets, pointing out perceived hypocrisy on spending. It got very personal very fast.
Was there any attempt to patch things up? I remember something brief.
There was a tiny thaw, maybe. Around Juneteenth, Musk replied positively to something Trump said, some well wishes, and they sort of aligned briefly on immigration during those LA anti-ICE protests.
Yeah.
But it was fleeting.
Didn't last long at all.
No. Musk kept criticizing the bill. Trump countered, threatened the EV tax credit specifically, and even talked about using DOGE.
The department Musk himself was running.
Right, using DOGE to scrutinize Musk's own subsidies. Talk about conflict of interest.
So that brings us pretty much up to date. Early July 2025, Musk is hinting about maybe starting a new political party.
Hinting, yes. While Trump's still making these big economic threats against Musk's companies, the tension is incredibly high.
So let's unpack this. What's really driving this underneath it all?
Well, fundamentally, you've got clashing ideologies, right? Musk's very libertarian streak, pushing for austerity, that slams right into Trump's more expansive, perhaps populist fiscal policies in the bill.
And egos, let's be honest.
Oh, undeniably. Huge egos involved. Musk's provocative style on X, Trump's known sensitivity to any criticism. It's a volatile mix. And crucially, Musk wasn't just any critic. His position at DOGE plus his platform on X gave him real power to challenge Trump directly. Few others could do that.
So what does this messy breakup mean for everyone else? The consequences seem potentially huge.
They really are. First, it could seriously destabilize Trump's administration. Internal conflict at that level is never good.
And then there's the impact on innovation, defense. SpaceX has, what, $22 billion in government contracts? That's massive.
Massive. Jeopardizing that relationship has national security implications. Plus, targeting Tesla subsidies could throw the whole EV market into chaos.
And the political landscape, if Musk actually forms a new party.
That could completely reshape things.
Yeah.
A Musk-backed third party, who knows how that plays out in future elections? Major disruption potential.
Wow. So it really shows how fragile these alliances built on personality can be, doesn't it? When the core beliefs don't align.
Exactly. It's a powerful reminder. These personality-driven partnerships can crumble fast, and the fallout affects policy, the economy, even global standing.
So quite a journey we've traced. From this seemingly unstoppable alliance to a really bitter public feud. And the key takeaway seems to be just how much clashing ideas and clashing personalities can derail even the most high-profile partnerships.
It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What does this specific breakdown, Trump and Musk, tell us about political influence now?
Yeah.
You know, in an era where these individual tech figures wield such enormous power, financially and culturally, how are these personal feuds going to shape policy, shape elections moving forward? It's a big question.
Definitely something to think about. How celebrity, tech power, and just raw personality keep intersecting with politics and the economy in really profound ways.